Well, hello everyone. I am Anna, the marketing director at Universe. Welcome to our Web3 Fun Class third episode. Today, I am so excited to bring you dive into the latest topic, blockchain world 3 territories, public chains, private chains, and consortium chains. So what are we waiting for? Buckle up, because the adventure is about to start. First, what is a public chains? Let's imagine public chain is a huge park where the gate is wide open for anyone. They can plant their own trees, or in blockchain world, we call it making transactions and creating new blocks. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are two of the most well-known examples of public blockchains. If you are a Harry Potter fan, you can imagine like a Hogwarts school of witchcraft and wizardry where anyone with magical talent, they can get entered. Now, what is private chain? Imagine it as an exclusive garden where only the owners and the privileged few are guaranteed access. The owner of the gardens can freely plant trees or trim them. It's like a Harry Potter Malfoy's Manor. Only members of the Malfoy's families or invited guests can get enter. Okay, next let's look at consortium chains. It's quite like a community garden where only community members can access. Members of the community can decide together how to manage this garden, like making transactions or creating new blocks. By the way, it's like a ministry of magic where only staffs and invited visitors can get enter. In summary, private chains, public chains, and consortium chains are like the three territories of the blockchain world, each with its unique rules and characteristics. So the next time you hear these three terms, you can imagine a magic school, a private manor, and the Ministry of Magic. That would make it easier for you to understand it. Okay, let's dive deeper into these public chains. Public chain, as we mentioned, is kind of like an open blockchain. It's like an open park where anyone can enter. They can plant trees, as we mentioned before, making transactions or creating new blocks. Very important that this type of chains is completely open and decentralized, and it is not controlled by any single entity. On public chains, all transactions records are open and transparent. While anyone can view them, at the same time, anyone can participate in it, maintain the network. Well, for example, by mining to add new blocks, Bitcoin and Ethereum, these are the most popular example of public chains. The highlight of the public chain is openness and transparent. They are not controlled by any single entity. They can prevent fraud and tampering. At the same time, public chains can support a large number of users to make transactions. However, public chains also face some challenges. Due to their openness, public chains may face security issues. Additionally, due to the need to handle a large number of transactions, public chains may face scalability issues. In short, public chain is like an open park that anyone can freely enter and use it. This openness and freedom are important features of blockchain technology. Now let's turn to private chains. Private chains, also known as permission chains, are more like a private garden. Only the owners or those who are allowed can enter in. And the owners of the garden can freely plant trees or trim trees inside, like making transactions or creating new blocks. Private chains are controlled by a single entity or organization, and only authorized participants can access them. And in private chains, transaction records may not be public and are only open to specific participants. Moreover, due to the more centralized characteristics, private chains can usually handle a higher volume of transactions and have a faster transaction speeds. The advantages of private chains lies in their efficiency and security. Since they are controlled by a single entity, they can process transactions faster and have a better control over security. In addition, private chains can better protect users' privacy because transaction records may not be made publicly. Well, however, private chains also face different challenges. Firstly, they may not have the decentralized characteristics of public chains, which could lead to a trust issue. And also, since they are controlled by a single entity, there may be a risk of power abuse. Let me make it clear, a private chain is like a private garden that only authorized people can get enter and use. This centralization and controls are important highlights of private chains. Well, in the end, let's talk about consortium chains. Consortium chains, also known as permission chains and cooperative chains. It's more like a community garden. Only members of the community can get enter, and the members of the community can decide together how to manage this garden. Like we mentioned before, making transaction or create new blocks. And consortium chains are controlled jointly by multiple entities or organizations, and only authorized participants can access them. And what's more, in consortium chains, the transaction records may be open to all members of the consortium, but remain private to the outside world. Due to their shared characteristics, consortium chains can usually achieve higher efficiency and stronger security. And the highlight of consortium chains are their balance and cooperativeness. They combine the partial decentralized characteristics of public chains with the efficiency and security of private chains. Through shared control by multiple parties, consortium chains can achieve a higher trust and transparency. However, consortium chains also face some challenges. For example, how to ensure fair participation of all members, and also like how to handle conflicts between members are their concern. In summary, consortium chain is like a community garden that only members of the community can get enter and use. These cooperative and shared characteristics are very important highlights of consortium chains. So that's all right, folks. Our Web3 Fun class for today has come to an end. Please do follow our channel to get the latest content. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.